Welcome back to the session. And in the previous session, we have seen Python introduction, data types, and variables. So now, the in this session, we are going to learn the control statements. So let's see it. Yeah, the operators we have seen in the last session. Okay. Python control statements or structure. So there are a few things to know before starting this, uh, or we can call it as a general information we should know before typing any of Python program. Those things are: the control structure statement must end with a colon. It must end with the colon. And the first statement in the body of a loop must be indented. Uh, it means in the other programming languages, what happens is we use a curly braces. So within that code, it belongs to that particular block, and it executes depending on that the statement or the control statement given before. But when it comes to Python, we indent and we specify that code, the entire code which is indented, belongs to that particular statement, and all other statements must be indented by the same amount. It means all those statements are belonging to the same block. To terminate a loop body, enter a blank line or unindent. So if we unindent, it means we are coming out of that block. So these are the information we must know before writing any control structure statements in Python program. So let's start with the if statement. So in the it supports, we can use any of the logical conditions from the mathematics to compare where it results a Boolean value. So here equals to compare, and not equals, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So these are the conditions can be used in if statement. So if statement, which is written using the keyword if. So we use a keyword if. So the example here it's given: A is equal to 33, B is equal to 200 if B is greater than A. So you can see the if statement is written using the keyword if and the condition, and as I have told in the general information, each conditional statement must end with a colon. Then indent, print B is greater than A. It means this particular statement will execute only if this condition is true. You can see the next statement where without indentation, what happens? So these three statements are the same as what we have seen in the previous example. Here, indent is not given. So if at all, if you don't give any indent here, it will throw an error, because when the condition is true or false, there must be some statement to execute, right? So definitely it will throw an error. Let's see in the console. So what I'm doing, I'm not doing it here. I'm opening a new file. So let me give a value, same value, for the reference, because we have discussed the same. If B is greater than A colon C, it is when you press enter, automatically it takes an indent. So we should not alter it. We must go ahead with the same thing. Print B is big. Save it. So what I'll do is if statement dot py. So the extension is PB. So it is save and run the program. Run the program, or for the first time I'll be showing it like you can access it from here, or else directly we can press F5. So we can see the output in the console that B is big. Okay. So the second example what we had seen is which is unindented. So what will happen if it is unindented? It will throw an error. So you can see expected and indented block. It means it's an error. Only it will not throw an error if you provide an indent. See. So this is the first example for if statement. Okay. Let's do the modification, further modification here itself. Let's go ahead with the next thing, that is yeah, else if, and the keyword which is used is elif. So what we are telling is if the previous condition is not true, then try the other condition. Okay, else if, it is like a else if not the previous condition, try with this condition and provide the statement there. Here you can see A is equal to 33, B is equal to 33. If B is greater than A, print B is greater than A. Else if A is equal to B, print A is equal to A and B are equal. So this way we can provide a else if condition. So let's see an example. Okay, I'll use the same file for the if statement what I had created earlier. It's okay. So what it is, where A is equal to 33, B is equal to 33. If B is greater than A, print B is big. If if A is equal to B colon, print A and B are equal. Save it, run the program. Yeah, A and B are equal. We can see the output as A and B are equal. So this is how we can make use of else if statement, and the keyword which is used is elif. Okay, the next is else. If at all, if that else if condition is also not true, there must be some statement at the end to, there must be some output, right, to show it to the user. So either any of the statement, it might be to tell it as A is greater than B, or some other statement. So that can be printed with the help of else statement. There is no condition. So if at all, if none of the conditions are fallen true, so the finally the else statement gets executed. See here, what I'm doing is I'll use the same example. Okay. Okay. So for that I need to change the value of a here. I'm changing it to 200. So here else, so don't provide an indent. Okay, don't provide an indent. If you provide an indent, definitely it is going to throw an error. So if b is greater than a, b is big, else if a is equal to b, print a and b are equal, else the final statement is, it means a is big. So you can see in the else if statement, I have not provided any indent. So there should not be any indent over here, because this, if not this, if not this. So now a is big. The last statement got executed. Next thing is shorthand if. Shorthand if you have only one statement to execute, and if you don't want to provide any indent, or if you don't want it to throw any indent error, what you can do is you can write the entire thing in a single statement. I mean, you can put it in a single line. So you can see here, if a is greater than b, print a is greater than b. See the entire statement, we can write it here. So if a is greater than b, print a is big. A is big, or you can write it in the single statement itself. If you don't want, provide an enter, then indent. If at all, if you have not provided an indent, it may throw an error. So to avoid that, you can directly write it like this. You can write it in a single statement. So shorthand if else also can be written in a single statement. So here we had only one condition, right? So now what we are doing is, for that, it is like a conditional operator. So print a, sorry, if a is greater than b, else print b. It will, yeah, a is big, right? So that it means, see, you need not provide any colon, anything here. Directly what we are doing is print a if a is greater than b. So it will print a only if a is greater than b, else it will print b. So if you change the value, it has to print b. So b is getting printed. So that is for shorthand if else. The earlier one we have seen is shorthand if. This is shorthand if else. So it's also called as conditional or ternary operator. And with the three conditions, if at all, if you have three conditions to mention, that also can be done in a single statement. Let's see that even. Let me provide the same values for the both variables. Print a if a is greater than b, else print equals yeah, when it has to print equals, if a is equal to b, else print b. Getting what it means? See, it will print a only if a is greater than b. Else it will print equals if this condition is true. Finally, if none of the conditions are true, it will print B. So that it means. So I'm just running the program. It will print equals because A and B values are equal here. If at all, if you change, so it has to print B. Yeah, B. B is getting printed here. You can see this. So that is about conditional statement with 3 conditions and keyword. If at all, if you want to have a multiple conditions, if you want to provide a multiple conditions in if statement, you can use and when it will result true, or when it will enter that particular loop, only when both the conditions are true. If A is greater than B and C is greater than A, then only this particular statements get printed. Let's see. Let's see everything in detail. Okay. Okay, I'm using one more value. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, print A is big. So whether the conditions are true? No, because A is 20. It is actually smaller compared to B and C. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just make it as 200 just to print that value. Yeah, A is big because both the conditions are true. What I'll do is I'll make this as 500. So it means one of the statement is false. One of the statement is false. So definitely it will not print this. Nothing is getting printed because I have not written anything in the else statement. But if you want something to be printed, you can unindent and you can print it. You can print this. See, I'm just printing this. It's just coming out of the loop and it's printing it. So the next is or keyword, which is a logical operator. So here again, when multiple conditions if we want to provide, and in the or what happens is if any one of the statement is true, the statement which is provided in the print will get printed if any one of the condition is falling true. So just if I give or here, nothing much. So it has to print A is big because A is greater than C. It's A may not be greater than B, but A is greater than C. So definitely it has to print A is big. Yeah, it has printed A is big. So nested if within if multiple statements, it's called nested if or ladder if. So what happens if x is having some value? If x is greater than 10, it prints this. If x is greater than 20, it prints this. If not anything, if not this, it prints this. So let's see that example even. Okay, print like this. If okay, x, y, x, a. Let me take my variable a. If a is greater than 100, okay, print above 100. Yes, of course, above 100. If sorry, we have a habit, the programmer, when we are using other programs, we are when we are writing if statements and all, we have the habit of writing it in a parenthesis. So it goes in that flow. A is greater than 150, because I want this and indent, because I want the statement to be, I want this statement to be printed if this condition falls true. Sorry, falls true. Above 150. So if this condition is not true, I want it to be written else print not above 150. Okay, I have not given a colon here. Okay, see, it is above 100 and above 150. So both the conditions are true, so that particular statement is getting executed. What I'll do is I'll just provide 120. Let's see what happens. See, it's not above 150. Exactly right. It is above 100, but it is not above 150. It is 120, and the value of A is 120. So it enters into this loop. It prints this. It checks for this condition, and the condition false. The false in the sense false. So it enters to the else loop, and it prints this statement. And the next thing is pass statement. So what is this pass statement? If statements, it cannot be empty. If you don't provide any statement, it's empty. So if you, sometimes what happens, you may need to provide an if statement without any without providing any of the statement. You can't leave it empty. In such cases, you can provide the statement as pass. Just it will continue with its execution. So let's see that even. So what I'll do is I'll just give pass. Pass. So it's not throwing an error. If at all, if you don't give this, it will throw an error. Say it will throw an error. There's no end of statement. So it should have. So to avoid this, what you can do is you can type it as pass, so that it will not throw an error. Input from the user. So far what we have done is we have accepted the input from the user. We have directly initialized the value for the variable, and we were using that variable in the program. So apart from that, during execution time, while running the program, if at all, if we want to accept the values from the user, we can use the function called input. So input provide a statement, whatever, which can be understand by the user. So according to that, whatever the value it is getting accepted from the user, it will be assigned to the variable here x. So let's see the example. X is equal to input provide a value, and if you want to know what the value has been provided by the user, it can be printed here. So I'm saving it and running it into the value. I'm providing the values, so that is getting printed. And if you want it to convert, see, it is integer. If you want to convert it into float, so what you can do is you can provide like this. So now, okay, invalid syntax. what we'll do is that we'll see it later. Before that, we'll do a small program and we'll end this session. I'm accepting the values from the user and I'm checking. I'm checking which one is bigger. So I'm accepting two values. If x is greater than y, print else print y. Okay, I'm accepting the cool. What happened? Sometimes no, it's difficult to find out even. Okay, let me remove this printing x and y statements because I don't want that. I just want to compare and I want to print those things. Oh, invalid syntax. What happened? Okay, I have provided a parenthesis here. It is not required at all. So it was throwing an error. Okay, so I'm entering the value for x and I'm entering the value as for y. So y is 7. So y is big. So it is printing the value as 7. So this is about the if statement. Hope you have understood. So in this session we have seen. So we started from if statement. Well, okay, if you see the general instructions or the conditions or anything you call it, which you have to remember as a programmer, Python programmer, that is the control statement structure should end with the colon and the first statement of the body in the loop must be indented and all the statements should follow the same thing to be in that block. To terminate that loop body, it can be unindented. And these are the conditions which can be provided in the if statement. And this is an example, first example which we have seen. And if you don't provide an intent, it may throw an error. And this is for else if, to provide a multiple condition. And if this is else, finally, if none of the statements are falling through, the final statement can be provided in else statement. And shorthand if you don't want to provide it in multiple line, in a single line itself you can provide the statement. And this is with the two conditions which acts like a ternary operator, and this is the three conditions. And multiple conditions can be provided in if statement with the help of and or, then nested if, ladder if. Then if you don't want to provide any statement in the if, then it may throw an error. To avoid that, you can use the pass statement, and we can accept the input from the user during running the program or while running the program. So this is for the session.